What's going on, guys? Anthony here from AO Fitness. Welcome back to the channel. I got a few things I want to go over with you today. First and foremost, I've got a teaser clip that I want to show you for the Re-Birth Bootcamp that we put on last Sunday that everyone's talking about. We're calling it Re-Birth just because it's one of those things where it's just crazy. It's bananas. It's something like you've probably never participated in or even seen before. So I'm going to show you a teaser clip for that. It's called Re-Birth because it just puts you through hell and back. And at the moment where you are going to quit and you just keep going through it, your whole, everything just changes, your mindset. At least that's what everyone said. So that's number one. Number two, I want to go over in a little bit more detail about the Get Lean Q15, how to actually register for it and what to expect moving forward. And then last but not least, we've got a What's Up episode, and we are going to cover Phentermine today. Phentermine is something else, I gotta tell you. Is it the magic drug? I don't know. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, welcome back. Let's take a look at this clip. I gotta tell you, so my son Brennan, he is the one that did the filming and doing the editing on it, and oh my God, this is crazy. Now, I'm not gonna show you the full thing yet because, well, I mean, let's be honest. I want you to really want to see it. I want to build this up for you guys. So let's just show the clip right now. Let's take a look.
Been ballin' out since we were motherfucking 15. Steady coming up in what they like to call the OC. Cruising in a Chevy every weekend to a new beach. Woofer in the back playing music was a routine. Parties on the weekends at the house that everyone knows. Parents never home, so that's the spot where everyone goes. Hooking up with girls who never seem to wear enough clothes. Always broken up by cops that tell us all to go home. Save us now. These kids are running from their dreams.
What did I say? It's crazy, right? So again, just giving you a little taste of what that Re-Birth Bootcamp was all about. It was just crazy. I mean, I touched base with everybody afterwards, and I asked them what their thoughts were, what their opinions were, and it wasn't mixed. They absolutely loved it, but they also hated it at the same time. They said Alex is a true G, but just off his rocker. It's just crazy, borderline should probably be in a mental institution. So moving right along, let's get into the second part of this video. That is going to be how to enter the Get Lean Q15 challenge. It is an 8-week weight loss challenge. Obviously it is a local challenge, so if you live in the Colorado area, this is meant for you. How do you get in there? So one, you've got to look up the Facebook group. Most of you guys are already in there. The Facebook group is AO Fitness. I'll put a link in the description below, so you should be able to just click on that link and then it'll redirect you right to the Facebook group. Now, once you get inside of that group, at the very top of the group, there is going to be an event, and obviously it's called Get Lean Q15. What I'd like you to do is click into that event, and then you've got to indicate that you are going to that event. Now, here's what happens after that. Once I get notified that you clicked on going, I'm going to shoot you a brief message that tells you, congratulations, blah, 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 how to get payment in there. It is a $50 fee. Just to get everything organized. And again, that money doesn't come to us. It goes back to you guys in the form of cash prizes for the winners and t-shirts, things like that. There may be some things over the next 8 weeks that we decide to try and help pay for. If we do a group event, say at Bar Lake, that's $7 a person. If we've got enough money, enough funds in there, then we'd like to pay for that for you guys, just so that you have a positive experience and it's just not costing you too much money. I'm going to send you a message. It tells you how to pay. Once you've paid, I'll go ahead and I'll get you into the private Facebook group that is closed. It's hidden. You can only be invited to it. Inside of that group, you're going to have access to a ton of information. Every day we'll be posting in there in-home workouts with and without weights. We're going to be posting park workouts, all the events that we're going to be doing, the special boot camps, the hikes, the bikes, the trails, all that stuff. All of those will be in there. Most of those events are going to be first come, first serve. Obviously, with the quarantine that we're in, there's going to be some limitations over the next few weeks, so just bear with us on that. All right, so once we get you in the group, then I'm going to ask you I'm going to schedule you for your InBody testing. Now, the InBody 570, it's a machine that checks your body mass, your skeletal mass, your body fat percentage, how much water you're holding on to. It can tell you which side of your body holds more muscle, things like that. So that's normally, again, that's about $30 just for that. You're going to have access to 2, 3, maybe even 4 of those InBody testing during the whole process. So that alone just pays for the entry fee for sure. So again, just bear with us, guys. There is more information to come on the weigh-ins on the Saturday. I've got 3D energy drinks. They're going to be over there sampling out 3Ds. Who knows? I'm trying to get them I'm trying to talk them into giving us all like a free can each instead of just sampling. We'll see. We'll see what they do, but I think that's pretty cool, just a way that we can, help you guys out a little bit more. If you need more information about the Get Lean Q15, if you're struggling with joining the group or you're just not quite sure what's going on, reach out to me with whatever questions you have. If we're not friends on Facebook, feel free and look me up, Anthony Owens. I've got a picture of my real estate photo on there, the headshot from Union Station. Yeah, that one. We've got about 10 days or so until the signups close out. So guys, if this is something you want to do, you got to get signed up. Let's get out there. We always talk about doing something epic. This is epic. This is going to be huge. It's going to be packed with all kinds of cool shit. Let's move along. Let's go to part 3 of the video. Let's talk about Phentermine. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What's Up. Today, we are going to be talking about Phentermine. Now, there are 2 words that are being thrown around out there. One is Phentermine and one is Phentermine. They're really easy to get confused because they are marketed the same. Now, the biggest way to tell the difference is, can you buy it over the counter? If you can buy it over the counter, it is not the same thing. You want Phentermine. Phentermine is predominantly a weight loss drug. For years and years and years, Phentermine was prescribed to morbidly obese adults and even teenagers that struggled with losing weight. And most of the studies said, like, okay, so these people they're dieting, they're working out, as much as they can, and they just can't get over the hurdle. They just can't lose any weight. So they would give them Phentermine. And what it does is it actually suppresses your appetite, like dramatically suppresses your appetite, raises your blood pressure, and in return, you end up with some energy. You've got energy that you can burn through. So here's my take on Phentermine. And this isn't science-based. This is just my own opinion. This is what I feel like is happening. If you've ever tried to cut before, you ever tried to cut weight, most of us have. Let's say you go 6, 7, 8 hours of fasting. Your brain sends hunger pangs, right? So there's a certain amount of time goes by and your stomach responds with, hey, we should probably eat. So between your brain and your stomach, it's a little uncomfortable. It's a little painful. Like that feeling when you're like, oh my God, I got to eat something. I'm starting to feel sick to my stomach. Well, that's your body's mechanism to tell you, like, hey, as a reminder, like, you need to eat or else you're going to feel like this, right? Some of us can get past that. But what happens is if you don't put food into your system, then what happens is your metabolism starts to slow down. You go into survival mode. Your body then holds on to stored fats and stored carbs. So even though you're in a major calorie deficit, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're actually burning the stored fats and carbs. What you are burning, in most cases, is muscle, right? So it's what we call going catabolic. Your body puts up a defense and says, leave the fats, leave the carbs. We need those to survive. What we don't need is muscle. So let's burn through the muscle. And it totally sucks that your body does that. But the reality is that this is years and centuries and thousands of years of evolution. Like, our bodies are designed to go a really long time without eating. And so the defense mechanism is that you store fats and store carbs. But today, we have unlimited access to food. So our bodies are doing something it was designed to do, but we are not allowing our bodies to do that. All right, so let me share with you my experience with Phentermine. So I went to Orlando. I was sitting about 192, 183, feeling really good, really lean. And we get back. Obviously, you eat like crap out there. I gained about 10 pounds there. And then it's this whole crisis that we're in and the lockdown and all that, the quarantine 15, I gained some weight. My good friend Melanie over at Premier TRT, she talked me into trying Phentermine. I didn't quite know what to expect. Once you try it, it's game changing. So I took it about noon on the first day. I took just half a pill. I'm a baby and I can't take the full pill, so I took half a pill. I didn't eat until probably 7 or 8 hours later. I just wasn't hungry at all. Your body, normally you rely on like the hunger pains, right? Like you rely on that to tell you when to eat if you're busy and you're active and you're go. Well, those signals never came, so I just kept going about my business. And then obviously like my metabolism was increased because I feel like my body wasn't shutting down. The metabolism wasn't slowing down. The signals weren't there anymore, so they weren't communicating. Normally, like, you're hungry, you don't eat, metabolism slows down. Well, if you're not getting the signals that you're hungry and you don't eat, then the signals don't go through to slow down your metabolism and store fats and carbs. So that's what was happening. Not working out at all. Within 7 days, I took it for 1 week. I lost 8 pounds. And with the you're gonna hate me for this. With the challenge coming up, I decided that I would stop. So I waited. I only took it for a week. I dropped 8 pounds. Felt really good. I didn't want to lose any more weight because I was like, well, the challenge is coming in. I'm gonna hit it really hard, and then I'll readdress it then. So I went an entire week. So this week I started it again. I said, screw it. I'm just going to lose as much weight as I can, with or without the challenge. Whatever I end up there is what I end up there. Then I'm going to crush it really hard. My goal is to have, a little bit of some abs showing by the end of the 8 weeks. And the only way I'm going to do that is I got to start last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, right? You just got to get after it. All right. So one of the major side effects to Phentermine is this, and I'll be honest, at first, on the front side, it seems really, really horrible, but it's not as bad as you think. So let's say you take it, you've got energy all day long, and you normally go to bed at 10 o'clock. Well, you lay down to go to bed, you're not going to sleep. You're not. Your mind is racing. You're thinking about all the things you did today, yesterday, tomorrow. Everything's just running through your head, and you're planning out your next day and all that stuff. Like, that's not good when you're trying to go to sleep. My body was restless. I felt like I needed to move, so I tossed and I turned and I tossed and I turned. And I thought, no way, this is gonna suck. As if you've ever been in a situation where you're restless and you can't sleep and you wake up the next day, like, you're tired, you're dead to the world, everything just sucks, everything's way harder. So I tossed and turned. I woke up 3 or 4 times that first night, and I thought for sure I was gonna have a hell day the next day. But to be honest, I woke up at my normal time, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. I woke up, and it was like I got 10 hours of sleep. I woke up, I was refreshed, I was fine. I was ready to attack the day again, jumped on the scale, lost 1 pound on the first day. And I'm like, this is cool, right? This is really cool. So I continue to do that. It does get a little easier as the time goes. Your body gets used to it. It knows what to anticipate. It knows what to expect. So it wasn't the end of the world. So it gets better every day. I don't know. I'd say the majority of people that I know that have taken and tried Phentermine, they love it. The issue with it is that it is 100%, it is habit forming. You get addicted to how you feel. You get addicted to losing weight. You get addicted to not having to necessarily diet and exercise. Obviously, you want to diet and exercise if you want to be in the best shape possible, but they limit you. You could take it for 1 month on, 1 month off. And you could do that 3 times, 1 month on, 1 month off. And then you can do 3 months on, and then you take 3 months off. Your body needs a break from it. I can only imagine going a longer period. It may have effects on your thyroid. It may have effects on your liver. It may have effects on blood pressure, nervous system, things like that. That's bad news. So don't abuse it, guys. If you do want more information on Phentermine, if you are joining the Get Lean Q15, at your weigh-ins, please bring this up to Melanie. She is more than happy to take some time and explain to you how it would benefit you. Blood work is necessary. They've got to make sure that you are a healthy candidate, that your thyroid levels are accurate. I think Phentermine's cool. I think if you've got a few pounds to lose, it definitely helps ease that process. Hell, even if you're trying to shred and get some abs to show through, it really wasn't meant for you, but potentially you could be a candidate for it. All right, guys, so that is it for today's What's Up episode. I hope you enjoyed the information I shared with you on Phentermine. If you haven't done so already, please consider smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and then make sure that you're subscribed. I appreciate it. Turn the bell on so you get notified every time we do these videos. Guys, that is it. I appreciate your time, effort, love, and support. Get out there, do something epic, get signed up for the Q15 challenge. Let's go, baby. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace.